Okay, all you book lovers out there, this is one of our favorite segments here, and I spy a beautiful, beautiful book. So, this is
First of all,
pretty.
it's now looking like a library here, a bookstore.
I know.
Thank you
How
for
nice.
John Kane, our director, and Hunter, our other director. They got us these little thingamajigs, holders, or
Getting
whatever.
closer to Barnes & Noble.
Yeah,
Right?
wow,
Right?
really stepping it up. So we're joined with Emmalee Helms this morning. She's going to talk to us about her latest book recommendations here. Got a lot of good ones going.
Yes, we have a lot of good ones going. It's July 1st, so a lot of things are changing at Barnes & Noble. We also have our kids program.
That's right.
Yes, the reading program. Kids have been reading all this summer, getting their 8 books, and today's the first day they can start getting their free book.
Very cool. It's a very cool
Nice,
program.
Nice.
Yes, it's
That
a
is
fun
great
program.
And first of all, Barnes & Noble is fun for all ages.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
telling Jade, I just like totally get lost there in a good way of just you just forget yourself.
Yeah,
You know,
I
I'm one
work
of those
there
people that sits
still.
on the floor to read, and people
know.
like get up.
I always
over
wanted to work there because I was like, it smells good in here.
Right,
it's peaceful.
right.
So, but I would maybe not work. So,
Yeah, right. Hide somewhere.
yeah.
Don't
So,
tell my
which one
boss.
do you want to start with, right?
So up front, we do have our 2 next book club books for this year, or this month. I don't
Yeah.
know why I said this year. So one of them is a returning favorite of a lot of people, but it's Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King, a big classic. It's just recently turned, I didn't know it was a novella. I've never actually got the chance to look at it.
Well, you know what's weird about that? Anybody who has seen the movie, you would think the book
Yeah,
is
it's
massive.
That's what we were
you
saying
know,
earlier. We
so-
think the book is huge.
Because most of his books are like these bricks.
Yeah.
And so to see it this small, I was like, oh, I
Exactly.
can read that in like
And
an
then
hour.
a lot of people, you know, the title of Shawshank Redemption was controversial. A lot of people say that's why it did not win the Oscar, because it was going against Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
I still think Shawshank Redemption is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, yeah.
I hate to say I've never seen it.
And oh my,
Really?
you have to see it. It is literally the
That's your
most
homework.
perfect movie ever. You know,
Okay.
from the beginning to the end. I'm gonna make a lot of folks mad. I think it's better than Forrest Gump.
Really?
You know, I really do.
Love Forrest Gump
Oh,
though. So,
this is, I think, much better. But
Okay.
the reason, the title, so in the movie theaters was Shawshank Redemption, but the entire title is Rita Hayworth, because they were inmates, and one of the inmates had a poster of Rita Hayworth, who was, you know, a big bombshell at that time, you know, a pinup girl, you know, so hence the title. But my goodness, if you can sit through the movie, you can totally
Right,
read
you can
that.
totally, and come to our
Okay.
book club for it, talk about it, you know. And so that's our next one. It's actually also our hot coffee hot book. So if you go into our cafe and buy a drink, you automatically get this for $5. So I mean, what's holding you back from
very
buying?
cool. Okay, because
Oh,
I'm
you have
sitting here
to, you have
thinking
to.
that I need this book because I want to read a Stephen King. So,
Right, and now you get coffee too.
yeah,
Just
look
And
at
it's
that.
totally different than what you expect Stephen King.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay.
It's not horror.
I got an idea. Okay, I got an idea in my mind. But now this is another good one. I haven't read this one, but I've seen it time and time again.
Me too. The cover just draws you in every
Yeah.
time. This is our other book club book. This is about a boy who he kind of grew up on a poorer side of town. And one day he saves a very rich man's daughter. And it's kind of him transitioning from this, you know, out of sight, out of mind kid to being this like town hero and becoming like a heartthrob, because everybody's like, look at this guy.
Yeah, look at this kid.
Sounds
And
really good.
yeah, one of my coworkers said she loved it. It was kind of heavy, but it's a worth it read.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to dive into that one as well for book club. Very excited to see
Both
what
of them are
people
great.
say.
Yeah.
Yes,
those are
very
good
great reads.
picks. Okay, so I'm just gonna say we're gonna start with this one
We're
next.
going to start with this beautiful,
beautiful
one with
one.
the purple. Yes. So this is our YA pick of the month. It is about a girl who she's kind of going through it. She's on a scholarship deadline. She's getting nervous about the future. And then one day she walks into a coffee shop and suddenly she's teleported back in time.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
so,
exciting.
yeah,
That
yeah. It's a very cozy fantasy, great for the summer,
Yeah.
sitting on the beach, getting ready to just chill out, get away from everything. Perfect time for it.
Okay, I'm feeling like this is my pick for Macy. And
Right.
then not to mention
Purple.
this. Wow.
Yes, yeah.
I love how we just keep doing
Yeah,
more
look
with
at
the edges.
I
That
feel
looks
like this is, I feel like so many books now, or they're coming out with a special edition.
Yes, yes. And it's just like, how do I display it now?
Yeah,
I
I
can
know.
do
Yes,
this, I can do
right.
this.
How many versions of one book can we
Hey,
have?
and perfect timing for a little history of the United States.
Yes.
Hello, July
Yes.
4th week.
Yes, perfect time. It is again our book, our nonfiction book of the month. this whole little series of A Little History is getting a whole new revamp. And so, of course, the United States won. And
It's a good week to
perfect
get it.
time, perfect week to get set up for our little history.
Okay, I'm trying to think if I recognize any of these other titles. I do not.
I know.
Recognize
They
the front of
picked
any of
out
these.
some new ones to
Yeah.
kind of push out and
Right.
Hey, I know a
people.
Kylie Reed, but it's not the author. But just since I know it, tell us about this. I'm interested to see that
This
they would not be
one-
able to write a book.
This is not the same person. This is about a woman who's going through like some career changes. She's just graduated. Yeah, let's get
There you go.
perfect. She's just graduated. She's trying to get through the career, but stepping stones. This is actually our mystery thriller. So
Oh, it's a
interesting.
thriller.
I know it doesn't
Wow.
look like it, but it's our mystery book.
No.
And she meets another person, and they kind of start wanting things that they can't 100% have. And
Okay.
it starts getting to that, like, do we bend some rules? Do we do this? Are we willing to take that step?
Okay.
Or are we willing to like finally like feel something again? So
Okay.
it's
That
kind
does
of
sound
that.
exciting. Yeah.
Very ominous. Cool. Okay, lots of good ones here.
There's
So,
a lot of great ones.
if somebody wants to get involved with the book club, what do they need to know?
All they need to know is, so we actually have our one for June tonight. So all you have to do is come in. If you mention book club, you get a little discount. And we'll have both of them. This one will be mainly in a cafe. But you just come in, you get the books, and then on, I don't believe we have the date just yet, but we'll have flyers around the store.
Well, you can go ahead and get started then. Those are some good books.
But these are the ones for today that we're going to be reading. So if you've read these books, you can totally come down. We'll just be in cafe at 6:30. We'll have a little table sectioned off.
Yeah.
And for that Stephen King, you can get that at the cafe
Yes.
and then just pay $5
Yes,
if you
if-
buy a coffee.
Yes, if you buy a coffee, you automatically get it for $5. So
Very cool.
Jade, I'm telling you, you got to do.
Yeah.
I
First
know,
of all, read
okay,
it,
I'm-
then
it's
watch
on
the
my
movie.
list. Yeah, it's on my
Movie
you
most
can do it
perfect
in a whole
ever.
day.
Okay. I'm like, wait, could I read that in a whole day? Yeah, I'd have to commit
Definitely.
to
And
it.
then you
but-
just go straight to the movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And then
okay.
you'll be like, Forrest Gump who?
Forrest Gump who? Okay, lots of
is
good
this
ones. Make sure to get into your reading habits and read
Yes.
one of these, or get your children into a good habit this summer. They've got a really
Yes.
cool program with that. We will have you on again in a couple of weeks talking about some more books, so make sure to get out and read these, and then you can join us in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for more Arkansas Southeast Texas coming up after the break.